How's it going, guys? Today I'll be discussing everyone's favorite game store ever, right? Gamestop. Now, I have been shopping there a lot more here lately, but today I am going to be talking about a possible buyout. They're considering selling their company? Let's check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So, Gamestop, they have confirmed that they are in talks for a possible buyout. So this is legit. This is going on. And I'm not surprised. They have been hurting for a long time. We'll talk about reasons towards the end of this video. My reasons why I think they're bleeding, why they're hurting so much. So let's talk about the things that are going on right now at GameStop. They have hired a financial advisor, and that's normal. When a company is bleeding like this, when a company is hurting like this, they're going to bring in some specialists. They're going to bring in people to say, what should we do? What can we do to stop this bleeding? Or should we sell? Should we sell this? The name, the stores, our products, everything, get rid of it? What should we do? Now, interestingly enough, since they've kind of announced this possibility, their stocks have rose. GameStop stocks have rose. And that's just because, you know, hey, maybe we might sell off our company. And people are starting to buy stocks. People are starting to pour into these stocks to try to make a quick buck. Also, they have been in talks with private equity firms. And this is because they have had interest from other companies wanting to buy them out. Now, this is not surprising. Some companies do this. Toys R Us actually did this. There's a lot of parallels between GameStop and Toys R Us. And I think Toys R Us, they should have sold off the company. They should have sold it off. And now they're gone forever. GameStop is kind of at that junction where they should either sell it off or they're going to go in the ground. They're going to be gone forever. We'll see. We'll see. Now, the company, they're exploring all options. This does not mean that they're going to sell off the company. This does not mean that. They've actually said that there's no other comments they're going to make at this time about this possible buyout. But, again, they're in this exploring phase right now of that. So, I just kind of want to review a little bit about GameStop here the past year or so that's kind of led to this point. And then I'll give my reasons why I think that they're bleeding and hurting so bad. So it's been a very, very rocky year, the past 12 months for GameStop. So their stocks, they have slid down 32% in the past 12 months. That's a huge, huge chunk. And that's not good. Kind of similar to Toys R Us. And they're hurting. They're bleeding. They're losing money. And it shows. If you go into their stores, it shows. And their employees are stressed out. Whenever I talk to them, they're not happy. It's kind of an interesting environment to be in. And yeah, I go in there and buy my games and leave. But man, it is. We'll get into the actual environment of the store here in a minute too. So the CEO, Michael Mahler, he left the company after 3 months on the job. This was a while back, and that's not a good sign. When you can't have stable leadership, good leadership at the helm, there's going to be problems. There's going to be issues in your company, especially at the CEO level. And right now, Shane Kim, he's in charge. He was a former Xbox executive. So we'll see what happens here. If they get a new CEO, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But GameStop is not having a good year. Now, let's talk about some of the reasons why I think GameStop is failing right now. Why GameStop is hurting so bad. And that they are basically exploring this possibility of selling their company. So, number one, digital games. Digital games. So if you have an Xbox 360, Xbox One, or a PlayStation 4, you can buy games digital, no problem. There's also subscriptions you can have with PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live where you get free games monthly. Now, you don't get the brand new games right away or anything like that, but still, it's there. Me, personally, I actually kind of like downloading games off the PlayStation 4. If they're indie games, if they're smaller games, I enjoy that. Now, if it's your big, your big releases, I want an actual physical cartridge or disc or whatever, just to have in my collection. And also, Steam is a part of that. Steam is a big drive. And I know a lot of gamers that they just love Steam. They love the sales. They love how accessible the games are. Easy to download, quick to download. And yeah, it's ease. That's the key word, ease. And people don't like to go into stores so much anymore. People don't need to drive down the street to buy a game. People don't need to do that. They don't want to do that necessarily. Now, me personally, I do. And that's just because I'm a retro gamer. I love collecting and actually going into those brick and mortar stores and mom and pop stores. I just love it. That's just my preference. And forever and always will I do that. Number 2 reason is their Think Geek stuff. I'm talking about like their t-shirts, their toys, their little statues, and all this stuff that's just littered in the store. It's junk. It's garbage. They need to just focus on games. I don't like seeing all that extra stuff. Now, if they have a little bit of it, that's okay, but that's like one of their main focuses, is this Think Geek stuff. And whenever you go into a Gamestop, if it's a smaller shop and they have all this Think Geek stuff, it's just so crowded in there. It's so tight in there, and you just do not feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable at all in those stores with all that stuff there. All of it. I don't. And if they would just focus on the games, if they would focus on what gamers really want. Number 3, they didn't go retro sooner. Now, that might be a minor one, and it might be a personal thing, but they didn't go retro sooner. They probably missed the boat, I'm going to say, by about 5 years. They should have started doing that program a lot sooner, and they could have made a lot more money, really. And they don't take a whole lot of trade with their games anyway. That's another minor complaint with GameStop, but they could have made some more money, more headway with the retro scene, because retro is still very, very hot and desirable at this time. Number 4, their prices. Just go walk into a GameStop sometime. Go check it out. Let me know what you see. Okay, look at the PlayStation 3 games. Look at the Xbox 360 games, the Wii U games. I'm talking about the older games right now. And look at the prices. Some are fair, but most of them are going to be outrageously high. I don't want to pay $30 to $40 for a PlayStation 3 game. They should all be $20 or less. Now, I understand supply and demand, and the market dictates the price of games. I get it. I understand it. I'm a collector. I've been collecting now, 25 years of my life. I get it. I get it. But here's the deal. They need to be competitive. They need to be more competitive with their prices. Online, they change their prices every single day. They need to be able to change their prices and be more flexible. I rarely buy anything over a game from them unless it's a new game. I rarely buy anything that's, over $10 anymore. Now, some of their older, like, kind of shovelware and stuff, they throw those games out the door. Like 4 for $10. I do like those deals. But yeah, their prices are very, very high. So let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think that GameStop is going to sell their store? Are they going to sell it off? Is there going to be a buyout? Or are they going to go down the same path as, say, Toys R Us and die and just be a relic of the past? And I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of GameStop, but I really don't want to see it go. I really don't. I want to see somebody get in there, restructure it, fix some things, look at the store, look at their model, look at their prices, and be viable again. And really get back to what people want, what the gamers want, and focus on the games. Well, that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. And guys, as always, have a great rest of your day.